A great rousing hymn there, and Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah, Elwyn. Thank you for picking that one. I'm sure we were all singing along heartily to it too. We can just imagine you and the boys on the bus to a match, singing that together. But you've got another one for us just now. What are we going to hear next?
How Great Thou Art.
Oh, a really fantastic one. So why have you picked that?
That has always been my favorite song. I don't know, it captured me for different reasons. But it's a beautiful song. And it's been brought into light by Beverly Shea, Cliff Burrows, Billy Graham, and lots of people who have been singers, gospel singers. And that it's always been a song that I've really enjoyed. And I think it's a very, very good song. Yeah.
Very much so, very much so. Look forward to singing that in a moment or two. And obviously it's declaring how great and good God is, and what He's done and what He's revealed of Himself. And as you've been sharing tonight, Elwyn, you've been journeying with the Lord for a long time. And I'm sure you've got many, many stories that could fill up a whole evening, probably a whole book, I would imagine. But I wonder, can you share any examples of how you've seen the Lord at work in your life or through your life to the lives of others? What would come to mind? What would you share?
My mother and father had 4 children, 4 boys. I got an elder brother who is 90 next month. I'm 87 past, and I got twin brothers who are 77. And they're all occupying places in church life. And that to me is great. I give all credit to my mother and father, the way they live their lives, and an example from them. And so at this stage of my life where I've got this problem, they're ringing me nearly every other day, the 3 boys. So there's a lot of love between us and them. It's great.
Definitely. And you were telling me earlier today about how the Lord's worked through your life to draw others to Himself. Would you tell others a little bit about that story?
I would tell anybody that, I'm not a one to boast about anything. It's the thing. But I've always thought sometimes your connection with other people is so easy. Yeah, I'll sit at a seat in Falkirk, for example, and sit and wait for managers in the shop, and a man or a woman sit next to me. I'll start a conversation, and they say, "Do you come here very often?" And I'll end up always with saying, "And do you belong to a church anywhere?" And sometimes that fulfills, because on one occasion, one woman says, "I wish I could go back to church." She said, "I lost my husband and I lost a son, and I'm a little bit downhearted." And she wrote me a letter to say, "Thank you very much for that chat." And she would go back, and it was in Falkirk, just sitting in her seat and being able to talk about anything and everything.
The advantages of being Welsh and full of the Spirit, I think, as well, brother. Thank you for your witness. We're certainly not.
In my working life, particularly my last job, I was responsible for the operation department. Which was over 500 men, shift workers, and I was the coordinator of it. And so I had the choices of whatever I wanted to do with the men. And whenever somebody was ill, or whenever somebody lost a child or something like that, I would ask them by phone, "Can I come and see you?" And I did that on various occasions, and it always brought back to me thank you letters. I've still got them.
Sure.
Appreciate that kind of thinking. I was ready to say to them, "Don't worry about BP and this work. Get together and let this come out of your hearts and minds."
Brother, thank you for your heart for others. It has just shone across so much, and your heart for the Lord. And so we're going to listen now to How Great Thou Art.